AccuCut Craft, and I wanted to introduce you to one of our new dies. It is called the Rosette, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, but ours is a little unique. Ours has crease blade in it, and I'm going to show you some samples and how to actually create it. So this is the actual rosette flat, and then here are all the crease blades in it, and then it gives you two different options to place in the center of your rosette. So here are what my samples look like. I put it on the front of a little album, and I actually, not only did when I made it, I actually cut little slits down on the rosette, so it kind of spread it out even more, and it kind of gave it this fun little flowery shape. It gives you a little flowery shape anyway. I didn't make another project yet with this. I can't decide if I'm going to put it on the top of a jar or if I'm going to put it on the front of an album yet, but I did make this so that you can kind of see the difference between the two. This one's made with a cardstock, a heavier cardstock. It does work with much better with a thinner cardstock, so say 65-pound, or some of those cool book weight papers, like if you're doing some of those altered books and things like that, or ripping pages out of books. Those lighter weights seem to work better. But you can, as I said, you can use heavier weight cardstocks like 80-pound. So just some fun things, and it gives this kind of neat little angled back and forth edge to it. So it's kind of fun. And so I'm going to kind of just show you how to create this. Pretty standard. I cut one out of just white, and it's going to be really hard to see it, but it cuts out and puts the crease on top of this. It kind of looks like a little fence before you do it, but all you would do is just bend back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like you're creating a little fan. And that's all you do. And this is actually 80-pound cardstock that I did this with. And so you're just going back and forth and back and forth, just like that, until you and it's like a little accordion that you have. And then you're basically going to fold it in, and you would want to put adhesive on each side. Okay, so now I had my I put my adhesive down, and I'm just going to join the two ends together. I know it looks a little goofy right now, but after I do that, then I can literally bring these together to form my my shape. And it's kind of hard to see because you need to have, when you form them, they're kind of tight to make that neat rosette. So when you do this, you either need to, because it'll kind of pop back and forth, you either need to put some liquid adhesive in the middle, or hot glue, or you'll need to lay it down on a glue dot to keep this all tight together, because if you don't, it's going to want to pop forward or pop back, as you can kind of see it's doing right now, especially with the thicker, like 80-pound cardstock. So you're going to want to do that. So you're going to want to put some liquid adhesive. Either that, put the liquid adhesive down, and then put your choice of top on top of there. And it makes this really fun, cute rosette. And that's exactly how I made, as I said, the two rosettes that I made here. And I'll show you the back too. But super easy to make. You saw exactly what I did. Super fun. You probably could cut down on the edge if you wanted to make them a little smaller. As I said, I snipped in the middle here to make this one look more like a flower. And you can paint them or ink along the edges of them. So this is kind of a must-have die. You don't see that, a lot of them now, you see that little perforation. You don't have that with ours. You have a crease blade. So that's really more of a finished look. So that's really unique to our die. I think you're going to love it. So AccuCut's Rosette is a must-have die.